Today, I want to share with you the secret of how to make decisions using your spiritual sense. Hey, I'm author Michael Ramsey, and this is Michael Ramsey Books, where I show people how to transform their ordinary relationship with God into a spiritual one. If you haven't already subscribed, be sure to hit the red subscribe button and ring the notification bell now. Romans 8:14. For those who are led by the Spirit of God are the children of God. Some people make big decisions based on research, fact finding, talking to experts, people with similar experiences, and trusted family members and friends. Other people make decisions based on gut feeling or a vibe or what seems right. Although most people fall somewhere in between, they are a little more Mr. Spock or a little more Dr. McCoy. But neither the intellectual way or the emotional way is how a spiritual man or woman makes good decisions. Sure, we need to pray to the Lord for guidance and ask for wisdom, but just because we pray about something doesn't necessarily ensure we're making the right decision. And just because everything falls into place and works out perfectly doesn't necessarily mean it was the right decision either. It still may not be what the Lord had in mind for you. So, just how do you make good decisions? When making a big decision, sometimes you make a list, either on paper or in a spreadsheet or mentally. And sometimes everything looks perfect on paper, but on further inspection, something seems off, even though it checks all the boxes. And there are times when only some or even none of the boxes are checked, but it seems like the right thing to do. So, what do you do? If you make decisions based on feelings, you might be fooling yourself. But even if you make decisions based on facts, there are still things you don't and couldn't possibly know. But there's a better way. If you're a baptized believer, you have God's Spirit within you. And if you're able to sense your spirit, you can use your spirit. When I have a big decision to make, I still have to do the research. God doesn't always, in fact, He rarely tells His children to simply go out and do something or to go and pick one thing over another. Sure, there are instances in the Bible when the Lord does this, but most of the time He likes to show His children instead of telling you what to do. When I research something, I start with the facts. For example, if something costs more than I can afford, or it doesn't do what I need it to do, it would be quickly eliminated. If lovely Linda revealed to me that she doesn't really believe in God, I wouldn't want to continue dating her. So that leaves us with Bible alternatives. Should I date Jane or Mary? Should you marry Bill or Bob? Should you take the job in Kansas City or Chicago? Jane is super sweet, but Mary is more attractive. Bill is rich, but Bob is more fun. Kansas City checks all the boxes, but Chicago, it just feels right. So, what do? There's only one thing you have to do in order to make good decisions. No matter how much you research something, there are things you don't know. There are things that only the Lord knows. And no matter how good you feel about something, your feelings will fool you. So do this instead. Do the research, but as you do the research and consider the options, listen to your spirit. You may like this and you may not like that about this person. This city offers this and that city doesn't. But none of these things matter. What is your spirit telling you? When you touch on something, how does your spirit react? When you poke something, that is, when you think about it or consider it, does your spirit move? Interestingly, sometimes you sense your spirit move, but you don't know what it is your spirit saw. This is when you bring it to the Lord in prayer. Then, as you pray, the package is opened. You're able to clearly see through the noise. The Lord may also show you something about this person, for better or for worse, that you didn't know. You may be thinking, Chicago, but the Lord speaks to you. He says his protection will not be over you if you opt for Chicago. He may tell you that neither of these cities is what he has in mind. He has already gone before you and prepared a much better home for you in Sweden. He may say that Jane is great. She has a heart for him, but Mary would be extremely difficult to live with. Or he may tell you that neither Bill or Bob is one for you. Neither of them are going to treat you right. But if you wait, you're going to meet Sven in Sweden. And not only is Sven rich and fun, he's a gentleman and a professional athlete. He tells everyone how much he loves Jesus, and he's waiting on the Lord for a girl like you. Either way, the choice is yours. Next time, next step. If you haven't already subscribed, be sure and do so now. That way, you don't miss a single video. Can't wait until next time. Like me on Facebook. Visit my other channel, Michael Ramsey Travels, and my website, michaelramseybooks.com.